Yo, what's good, guys? Today, as you can see, I'm back at the shop again. Working on the speed, obviously. If you see my last videos, you know that this thing is up and running finally. And I actually took it out today for a couple drives, and it's running really well. But today, what I'm doing, or tonight I guess, I am rolling fenders. So basically, I got my new tires mounted, as you can see. Got them mounted on my new ESR Sr09s, and they look unreal. It is a, if you guys don't know, it's an ESR Sr09. It's a 9.5, 18 by 9.5 with a 35 offset, and I put a 225/40 as the tire. Now, I don't give a shit what you say about the stretch, because I wasn't buying all new tires again this summer because I'm not broke, but I've spent enough money on car parts. So I found these in my barn and I looked it up, and it wasn't too bad of a stretch, which it's not really. It's kind of a tasteful stretch in my opinion, at least. So yeah, that's what I'm running this summer, as long as they last and I don't run too much, I don't run too low in the rear and run too much camber. But let's get to it. I've already rolled, I didn't roll the rears as much as the fronts because the rears don't really need to be, but this one here I tucked up pretty well. It's laying pretty flat up against the fender. What did happen though is the corner of the fender right here kind of bent in a little bit, leaving a gap between the bumper and the fender. So I'm kind of pissed about that, and I'm not sure how to fix it. If you do know how to fix that, let me know. It's just that the fender roller doesn't go all the way over to that corner. It kind of stops right at the end. But yeah, anyway, that fender's done, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But let's get on to actually rolling this one here. So I borrowed this this Eastwood fender roller from a buddy of mine, and we are going to attempt to roll this last fender here and see how it goes. So I only have 2 lug nuts on there. As you can see, I just torqued them down with an impact gun. Nothing too crazy. They don't have to be too tight as long as this isn't moving. I've never fender rolled before, besides the other two, the passenger rear and the passenger front tire that I just did about 10 minutes ago. But what I've learned so far is patience is key. If you are fender rolling, you need to have fucking patience. If you're not careful with what you're doing, you are gonna crack all your paint. And nobody wants cracked paint, obviously. So yeah, take your time. Heat is your best friend with it, so heat up everything nicely. And another thing I found out is you need to clean. On this side here, you can't see, but I have my plastic fender liner up here still. On the other side, it's gone completely. But what you're gonna want to do is clean all the dirt out of the inside of where you're about to roll. As soon as you fold that that lip in, it's going to be pushing against this fender here, and if there's any dirt inside, you are going to see all the little rocks and all the little sand particles pushing through your paint. So I highly advise you clean the shit out of this fender before you roll it. I've already wiped mine down on the outside here. I'm just going to quickly wipe down the inside. But like I said, I have fender liner inside the fender here, inside the lip, sorry. So there's not much dirt in there, I presume. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and get to it. So yeah, let's begin. Oh, one more thing is my fenders are already 70% rolled because last season I drove this car way too low in the front, and the tires rubbed on that lip and kind of rolled themselves in already. So it's already pretty well rolled for me. I'm just gonna finish it up and tuck it in a little bit further. So yeah, let's start.
I don't set my heart afire.
Okay, so I just finished there now. It didn't take too long at all. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. You just got to take your time, use a lot of heat, and kind of move quickly once you've heated it. But like I said before, my fender was already rolled a good portion, so I just kind of had to finish it off. I'm not too worried about the ends, and I didn't want to get too close to this this corner here, because I didn't want the same thing happening to the other side, which it kind of did a bit there, as you can see. But I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, it's nice and smooth under there, and it's pretty well done. So I'm gonna mount my wheels now. I might adjust this coil over because this side is a little bit higher than the other side, but we'll see. But I'm gonna mount these wheels now, lay it down on the ground. Actually, I have to lower my rears a bit because there is still more gap than I'd like, but I don't want to go too low because I don't want to have to run into camber. I'll show you real quick what happened last year when I ran low in the back. No light, but I'm sure you can see that right down to the wires in the tire. So yeah, it was kind of shitty because the whole other side of the tire is fine, but what can you do? Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I will show you guys in a minute. Alright, so just before I leave here, go for a test drive, here it is. So this is not my final stance, I guess you could say. I still have a lot of adjusting to do. I just don't want to be too low right off the bat and hit fender or anything like that, because it is new wheels. I want to get used to how they sit on the car and what I can do with them basically. So tomorrow I'll most likely drop it a little bit more. I'll let it sit. I'm gonna go for a test drive now and see how it drives, and yeah, I will be posting another video in a couple days most likely. So yeah, I'm out. Peace.